What's good, YouTube? So in today's video, we're going to be doing a Cybertruck wash day. Like I said in most of my videos, that's probably one of the most annoying things to deal with this truck is the fact that you do have to clean it pretty often, and it does get really dirty quickly, I feel like. But just because this is a truck and it's a bigger vehicle than what I'm used to, it takes a lot longer to clean and uses a lot more product. But I'm just gonna walk you guys through my process, what I do, and the things I like to use. Now, by no means am I a professional or anything like that. This is just what I do. This is my process. And this is kind of like what I've been doing for years. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, usually when I do clean my truck, it takes me about probably an hour, depending on how detailed I want to get, but I'm gonna try to go as quickly as possible so that I can, not make this video super long and kind of get straight to the point. So yeah, let's get to it. So for starters, I have 2 buckets. Usually I have a bucket this is my tire bucket, and this will be like my actual car cleaning bucket. And usually with my tire bucket, I don't put any product in. I know some people, they like to put their tire cleaner in there a little bit. The only time I put product in my bucket is with my cleaning bucket. And right now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm using Adam's Wash and Wax. This is a newer wash that I use, and usually I'm not too specific about the wash I use. I know a lot of people are. I really don't care. Most of my cars are wrapped, so a lot of times it doesn't matter what I use. And then as far as the tire cleaner, I like to use Brake Buster. This works really good. It's about $35 a gallon, which is really, really cheap. And I don't usually dilute it. I use it one-on-one. I just pour it straight in there, and when I run out, I just buy more. And then as far as how I apply my brake cleaner or wheel and tire cleaner is, I have like this automatic sprayer, and it just works really, really good. Allows me to just not only get the job done faster, but spend less time, using one of those sprayers, or, just saves you time because it's automatic. So this is something new that I added to the bag and something I like doing. Let me turn this water off before it starts overflowing. So yeah, those are pretty much the only products I'm gonna use. I'm gonna have my sprayer, I'm gonna have my wheel and tire cleaner, and then I'm gonna have my wash. Also, I do have one more thing. I have this foam cannon, and pretty much I just put a couple squirts of my car wash, and you fill the rest of it with water. All right, so I usually start from bottom up. So I want to get my tires done first, and then I work my way up with the general wash. Now, this is not going to be a detail wash. Like I said, this is more of a maintenance thing. But usually I have a pressure washer. Get any kind that you want. You don't really need the strongest one. If you're not a professional, don't worry about that. Get something with decent power. And then I like to do like a pre-wash. Try to remove as much dirt as I possibly can. I just try to move as much dirt as I possibly can. Getting the wheel wells a little bit, And then, like I said, with this foam, I just literally 1-to-1 ratio. I like to get in the wheels a little bit, make sure it gets in those wheel wells. And then I'm gonna just let this kind of sit a little bit. And like you see, that's like 3-4 seconds. I didn't have to do much. All right, so it's been cooking quite some time. I know some people like to start with cleaning the outside of the wheel. Usually I just start by cleaning the inside, and I'm gonna just, scrub a couple times in each opening. Try to agitate some of that brake dust. And last time, to be honest, because I hadn't cleaned the truck for so long, here in Washington, the weather gets kind of not bad, but gets real gloomy and rainy for a long period of time. So sometimes it feels like it's kind of pointless to even wash a car. So I hadn't washed my car in probably 2 months, and I had hella brake dust. I'll grab my wheel cleaner and I'll just kind of scrape the wheel. And you can kind of see the browning a little bit. Then I have a soft bristle brush that I kind of get a little bit more detail right here. I'm just doing just like this. Another thing, with tire cleaner, you kind of have a time limit, but you kind of don't. You don't want to let it dry, but you also aren't super, super pressed for time. Then I actually just invested into this little thing, which is amazing. When you clean your tires, you'll notice like you'll miss spots and different things like that. But when you have like this little like tire towel or whatever it's called, it really helps you kind of get really in those spots that you could miss or the brush didn't clean. It's a wash. Now sometimes I will get in the wheel wells and I'll start scrubbing, but this time for the sake of the video, I didn't. But you can do that. So for the most part, doing the tires is like the same process for all four. Now on the Cybertruck in specific, the front tires get less dirty than the back tires. The back tires, you deal with a lot of brake dust, a lot of dirt and grime for some reason. So the front ones are like really easy and smooth to clean. You don't really deal with much. So I don't plan on showing all four tires. You kind of get the gist of like what the process looks like. So all I'm gonna do is give this a nice spray down. Again, just to try to remove as much loose dirt as possible so that the cleaning experience can be just super seamless and easy. So I'll give one spray just to adjust it how I want it. And I like that. Do like this. Quick little soak down. Wash bucket. I start from the top. And then I just work my way down. It's really easy, really simple. Doesn't really take too much. Start from the top. I'm gonna just work my way down. And once I get about halfway done with the car, I'll swap my the side of my mitt just to make sure that I don't scrape any dirt around or anything like that. Even though my car's wrapped, I still kind of keep the same steps and principles as if the car wasn't wrapped. And I highly recommend you do that. So now I've done half of the car. I just do like this. So in my opinion, bro, this is like one of the biggest problems that you kind of deal with this truck is because it's so like big. Pause. I have to like break it up into sections. So now that I've pretty much cleaned half of the car, I literally just, put my mitt somewhere and then grab my sprayer, swap it out, and I'm just get all the soap off before it dries. That's pretty much going to conclude the cleaning of the truck. All I have right here is my big drying towel, and I would just go through and I would just dry the rest of the water off of the car to prevent water stains. And then I would just dress the tires, and that's pretty much it when it comes to cleaning this truck. As you can see, the process is pretty easy, pretty simple. I have a nice system in place. The only thing is this is a huge truck, so I have to break it up into sections. But other than that, it's a pretty simple, straightforward process. And I will have the products that I use in the description below if you guys do want to check them out. I stand by them. I've been using them for years. I use them for my trucks, my cars, my wife's car, anybody else's car that I clean. I use them. They work perfect. And again, I'm no professional, so take that with a grain of salt. But the products work really, really good. And if you guys are interested, it will be in the description below. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.